Hello everyone, welcome back to my assignment video for session 6, reliability, validity, and fairness. We have 5 learning targets this week. One is define the three major types of reliability. 2 is to list and describe the two ways a test can be biased. Many of you have talked about tests being biased because kids haven't had the material. And that's not being biased. Define disparate impact. What is disparate impact? And explain why it doesn't always mean a test is biased. Accurately define the 3 types of validity evidence. And describe 2 ways a classroom teacher can ensure content validity of their own self-created tests. So this week we're going to explore the 3 legs of the test creation triangle. Reliability, validity, fairness. This is the first semester I have condensed these concepts into one session in order to add observation and performance assessment to the course. So I don't expect you, there are 2 reading assignments, both pretty long, both chapters. So I don't expect you to dive deep into it, but I do expect you to come away mastering those 5 learning targets. You need to know the definitions of these vocabulary words: alternate form, inter-rater, and retest reliability. Those are vocabulary words. Consequential and content-related validity, internal consistency, plain old reliability, and disparate impact. Those are all vocabulary in your own words. And there they are, right there. So you should be filling this out as we go through the course. And there's like 5 words in this session's material. So make sure you get into that vocabulary in your own words. Session 6 assignments this week will continue with the Harder Than the Dickens discussion board. As I mentioned, I have added a teaching memo post, so check that out. You have my first quiz on the vocabulary words. We'll have another one in the last or the next to last session. The ones that we have seen to date, the hard copy is available in course materials, and as always, except for true and false tests, you have 2 chances to take it. I received a couple of inquiries this week about how to take online quizzes, so I'm going to show you. I'm going to scroll down to learning activities and assignments, and you'll see a link. This is a link, Vocabulary Quiz 1. You just click on it, and then you'll come up with begin, and you can begin to take it. Now, once you begin, you have to complete it. Every semester, every session, I have a quiz. I go through and I see a little blue marker, which means you started it and you didn't finish it. So I have to go and clear it. So try not to do that. I mean, it's not really a big deal to me, but you know, it can be a pain in the neck. And it could make me biased towards you. All right, we also have a couple of chapters to read. Popham's Chapter 5 in Fairness or Absence of Bias, and Chapter 5 in Cohen and Spencer, which is validity and reliability combined. So I used to have you read Chapter 3, 4, and 5 in Popham, but now I'm just going to do Chapter 5 in Cohen and Spencer and Chapter 5 in Popham. That'll cover all 3 of the topics. You also have an optional assignment, and this is something that I look forward to because I don't get, when you do the evaluation of my course at the end of the semester, I don't get that back until, I think I just got it back about a month ago from the fall semester. So it's like the state assessments. You don't get them back till the summer. So they don't help you now. So this will help me now. If there's things that you think need to be changed, and I think in my teaching memo I mentioned Whether you prefer in the RTI session whether to do a DEJ on Cohen and Spencer's chapter. So I've already gotten feedback on that. Somebody has said they would much rather do it on chapter 2 in Cohen and Spencer than Salvia. The reason I picked Salvia was because of their detailed description of progress monitoring and gap analysis and rate of improvement and trend line and things of that nature, which aren't mentioned in either Fisher and Fry or Cohen and Spencer. Both of them do talk about progress monitoring though. So those are things, the workload. What do you think of the workload so far? Has it been bearable? Is it way out of control? And anything else you want to add about my availability? Am I responding to your inquiries quick enough? Et cetera, et cetera. Good things and anything that you would like to see changed. So please, you don't have to do that. That's optional. There's also an optional video, which is in ancillary materials, and I'll show you where that is. And I created this because many of you are going to be teaching students from poverty. And so I felt compelled to make a video regarding teaching kids from poverty. There it is, ancillary materials. I don't know how long it is. It's 12 minutes. So in your free time, you can do that. Also, this is the article I mentioned in my teaching memo, How Standard is Standardized Testing. You may want to look at that and react to it in the second week of the discussion board. And I also mentioned chapter 3 and 4 in Popham, which is validity and reliability. If you prefer Popham, a lot of people like the way he writes. That's why I chose him to be our textbook. And this is a SWABOT video that many of you have seen, and it's about sharing learning targets. We're going to be talking about learning targets next session, but I thought I'd share this video with you about making learning targets clear to your students. So that's it for assignments this week. Spring is nigh, even though it still feels like winter and snow is on its way for tomorrow. St. Paddy's Day, the Irish's holiday, is Saturday. See, when I used to drink, that would be a big deal. Wow, St. Paddy's Day is on a Friday or Saturday, oh my God. And now it's like, I can't believe these people do this. They start at breakfast, or they go to breakfast and start drinking, and then make their way around via Uber or taxi cabs. I would recommend staying away from downtown Manhattan, lower Manhattan, where the parade is. Those Irish and pseudo-Irish people are crazy. All right, that's it.